This is Coach Lee, and I'm going to talk to you about no contact and your dignity, which is a really good reason to stay in no contact. And so if you're kind of waffling on that, or if you're just having a difficult day while you're in no contact, I'm going to talk to you about a few things that can really give you purpose and a reason for continuing. First of all, no contact is about what you want. You don't want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with you. You have to draw a line in the sand. And if they left you, the mature response is to allow them to do that and to not chase after them, because all you're doing is teaching them that if they leave you, you will fix what they broke. You will try to fix everything. You'll try to clean it all up and put band-aids over the bullet holes, and that they can just do whatever they want to you in the future if you two do get back together. And if you've ever been in a situation where you've broken up with someone and they just won't take no for an answer, a lot of times it can lead to you really feeling helpless about the situation because you have stated what you want clearly and it's like they just won't listen. And so no contact is you showing your ex, you hear them, and that if they don't want to be with you, you don't want to be with them. And that's really difficult. If you give in to your emotions, you will probably break no contact. You will do things that later you will regret because they're not dignified. They make you look desperate and that you have no other prospects or hopes in your life without them. And you don't want to do that. You want to show them that you are not going to try to force something, that you will gracefully bow out if that's what they want. And so some people might say, well, you should just talk about it. But this is a case where they have clearly stated they want to break up with you. They don't want to be with you. And so there's nothing to talk about because you probably have told them you want to be with them. You want the relationship. And so there's nothing for you to say. It's going to be all about your ex's action or non-action. But you are not going to fix what they broke because you're not going to chase and beg and plead someone to be with you who doesn't want to be with you, because that will result in your own unhappiness and frustration when they mistreat you or leave you in the future. And so it's important that you leave this to them, that you just leave them with the breakup, because if they come back to you, you know that they want to be with you and that it wasn't because you just kept pestering them and they finally gave in, but they actually lived life without you and with their consequences, and they realized they wanted to be with you. And that's what you really want. Number two, who left? Your ex left. And so it's their job to come back. It's not your job to chase after them and to cross over that imaginary barrier into obsession. Because two people should be in a relationship where they are face to face, toe to toe, and heart to heart. And when one person backs away from that position, if you go across that, it looks like obsession. It looks like you're not stable. It's not flattering or attractive. And you have more respect for yourself than that. So do not do that. And the reason is because you respect yourself. And that doesn't mean that it's not going to hurt. Just because you are doing the right thing does not mean you won't hurt. As a matter of fact, doing the right thing, taking the right stand can oftentimes lead to pain. That's one of the reasons that we are impressed and appreciate people who take the stand even when they know they're going to be punished for it. And even when they know that people are not going to understand, that there may be well-intentioned friends or family telling you that you need to spill your heart to your ex, even though you probably already have. But even if you haven't, that doesn't mean that you should. If they know you love them and you want the relationship, that's enough, unless you have specifically done something that has not been apologized for and it was bad and you need to apologize for it. Once you've done that, again, it's up to them. And there are going to be people maybe who think you're not doing enough. So what? You need to do your best to take care of yourself in this situation. And that means not only that you are the one who's been left, but you should actually be willing to not take your ex back if they come back, because they have left you. It's the ultimate betrayal, and it's emotional shock. It's traumatic. It's injuring you, and you can feel that. Cortisol is the stress hormone we've probably all heard of, and you are experiencing cortisol coursing through your veins. It is the stress hormone. It's bad for you. And so you need to do your best to take care of yourself and to not engage, because what will likely happen if they are not making the effort, if they're not trying to get with you, if they're not trying to reach out and say, I'm so sorry, this was a terrible mistake, then it's not enough for your energy, because it's likely only going to disappoint you because they don't want it enough. And that's what you're holding out for. You want to be with someone who wants to be with you just as badly. It should not feel one-sided. It should not feel like you're the only one who's interested, or that you're doing the majority of the work in the relationship, and that the other person is basically just existing to receive your flattery and your compliments and your efforts. It shouldn't feel like that for either person in the relationship. Both people should feel wanted and desired to intense levels. That's what you really want. That's the kind of relationship with the kind of person that can last, because they want to work on things. They're willing to work instead of just walking away. And so that is a principle that you should stand on, is that if they left, they are the one who will have to walk back into the relationship. You are not going to chase after them, because then it's obsession and it looks bad, and you're not going to do that for yourself, and it's not going to work anyway. Before I get to number 3, get more information on my emergency breakup kit. I'll link to it in the description below. That's all I can do. You have to be the one to click on it, and you have to be the one to buy it. But it's a powerful guide to help you get your ex back. It answers questions that you haven't even thought of yet about getting your ex back, giving you the best chance to get your ex back. It's my emergency breakup kit. It's linked to in the description below. You can go to myexbackcoach.com and you can make it yours. Number 3, guard your heart. Guard your emotions. And that's a difficult thing to do. It's much easier to say it than to do it. But that's one of the reasons when you do start dating someone and you're considering a relationship with them, that you hold yourself back. It's important that you do that, because you can reach a point where you are in limerence and you are so attached to them that you don't see that they are not as interested as you, that they might be looking at you and looking at simple, innocent things as red flags, because they're entitled and they think that they have an unlimited number of options out there, and that you're on an audition to earn their interest. And that's not the type of person you want to be with. You want to be with someone who looks at this in a much more simple way, that wants a life with someone where there can be peace and two people can work together towards something, and that you don't have to be perfect on day one. You just have to be willing. And so that's why it's important to guard your heart, because if it can happen slowly, it can happen. If it's something that has to be rushed and you feel like you don't have enough time, that you've got to perform, or you've got to convince them of your love too early, then it's likely that that relationship is not going to make it. And you have to guard your heart and your emotions now. You have to learn how to manage your emotions. Just because you feel things, it doesn't mean you have to act. And just because you feel something, it doesn't mean that it's right. And you will be tempted to break no contact. You'll be tempted to contact your ex and to tell them how much you love them, how much you miss them, how much you still want them, when that doesn't even matter. It's not a contest of who loves them the most. It's about who they're attracted to and who they love and who they want to be with. And I know that hurts because you want to be with them, but you have to be willing to burn the whole thing down if they don't come back, because you know it's got to come from them, because you already want it enough, clearly, or you wouldn't be feeling this pain. They have to return that, or else it's hopeless. And even though that hurts, you have to be willing, for the sake of your future, to let it all just go crashing down if they're not going to fix it. You have to be willing to do that for yourself, because no contact is ultimately for you. Number 4, pity is not attraction. And I know that you think if they see you in this kind of pain, surely they would come to you and try to help you, make you feel better, even tell you how much they love you and just ease your mind, because you would do that for them. That's because your attraction is sky high, because they have pulled away, and you can feel that. It pulls you in. It makes you want to get back what you've lost, but they don't feel the same, or else they would be doing something about it. That's one of life's truths. People do what they want to do. If they wanted to be with you, they would. You don't have to find all these excuses for them and explain it away that it's just so complicated right now, or else they would be with you. That's not how it works. If they want to be with you, they would. There's very little that they could not overcome. They would be with you if they wanted to. It's a hard truth, but you've got to accept it. And that means you will hold out until they take action and they do it themselves, because that means they really want to be with you. And that's when you can have a future with them. Until then, you can't. And it's one-sided, and that's not a relationship. Just because you want it does not mean that you have a relationship with them, because they have ended it. And that means, like I said earlier, you are not going to fix what they broke. It's got to come from them, if at all. And then you'll think about it. You'll consider it. You won't make a knee-jerk reaction based on emotion, because usually when we just act on emotion, we make bad decisions. Number 5, you will feel better in time. It's impossible that you won't. Your emotions, just like your body, they're designed to heal. Eventually, the chemicals that are creating the anxiety and the difficulty that you feel will not impact you the same way anymore. You will develop a tolerance to it. And then it will be like a snowball rolling down a hill collecting snow. You will feel better with each passing day. It will be easier to feel better, especially once you start seeing that you're going to feel better. But trust me, I've talked to a lot of people who think they're never going to heal and that they're never going to feel better. And a couple of months later, sometimes it might take 4 or 5 for some people to really just feel it completely. But they say, you know, you were right. I did feel better with time. It was something I could do. It happened. And even though it feels impossible right now, just know that's what they thought too. And you've probably been in this situation before. Have you ever been broken up with before? Have you ever been heartbroken before? You're over it now, right? You're actually focused more on someone else, in fact, who has now broken your heart. So you can feel better. You can have feelings again for somebody else because you have. Most of you, if this is your first breakup, welcome to the club. Most of us have felt that at one time, and you will overcome this. You'll feel better and you'll be able to care about someone else in the future. That's part of being human, is that you can do that. You were designed to adapt and to heal, and that includes your emotions as well. Remember to get more information on my emergency breakup kit at myexbackcoach.com. The link's in the description below. You have to be the one to click on it. I can't click on it for you. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. This has been Coach Lee, and I'm pulling for you. Thank you for watching.